It is my 8th lecture. In previous class, we have discussed about nutrition, digestion, etc. Today, I am going to teach you about respiration. Respiration takes place inside cells. Respiration is a chemical process. Breathing is another thing. Breathing is a physical process. Breathing means to take in air into lungs and to remove air from the lungs. That is inspiration and expiration together constitute breathing system. But here we are going to discuss about respiration which takes place inside the cell. The food which is absorbed by the villi in a small intestine mixed with blood and reach each and every cell of the body. Suppose it is cell, food reached inside cell and oxygen is also to reach inside cell. In presence of this oxygen, the food further breaks down and release carbon dioxide and energy. The releasing of energy from the absorbed food by the cell is termed as respiration. Respiration is of two types. First is aerobic respiration and second is anaerobic respiration. There are different kinds of organisms. Most of the organisms respire with the help of aerobic respiration. But for example, yeast, it is a unicellular fungi. Some bacteria are anaerobes. That means they perform anaerobic respiration. In both the case, either aerobic or anaerobic, food is broken down, but here in case of aerobic respiration, oxygen is required to break down food. Here no O2 is required, here O2 is required. Here complete breakdown of glucose takes place in aerobic respiration, but in case of anaerobic respiration, partial breakdown of glucose takes place. And that's why the energy produced during aerobic respiration is a lot more greater than that of anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration में एनर्जी का प्रोडक्शन बहुत ज़्यादा होता है. anaerobic respiration में एनर्जी का प्रोडक्शन कम होता है. Now I am going to teach you one experiment. Here, take two same size of test tube. Fill them with freshly prepared lime water. Freshly prepared lime water, chuna pani. It is test tube A and it is test tube B. Here, suppose in test tube B, you put an astro and blow the air. Astro की सहायता से तुमने हवा फूकी. What will happen? The lime water of test tube B will become milky because the air which comes out from our mouth is very rich in carbon dioxide. While in test tube A, you push pitchkari or syringe. That means you pushed air here, not only carbon dioxide, mostly air. What will happen? It will not become milky so quickly in comparison with that of test tube B. One more experiment. Take a test tube, put here freshly prepared fruit juice or sugar solution. Freshly prepared fruit juice or sugar solution. Add some pinch of yeast powder. Here in another test tube, you put freshly prepared lime water. Put here one whole cork and here also one whole cork. A bend glass tube, bend माने मुड़ा हुआ glass tube. Leave this for at least half an hour. What will happen? The yeast cell will respire here and it will produce carbon dioxide, and due to this carbon dioxide the lime water become milky, but not so fast as we have seen in previous experiment. If you hang another test tube here, a small test tube, and you put here KOH, you know, potassium hydroxide, which is a very good absorbent for carbon dioxide. What will happen? The carbon dioxide which is produced by the yeast will be absorbed by the KOH and the lime water will not become milky. The main target for respiration is to obtain energy. What is an energy? Energy is ability to perform any activity. मैं बोल रहा हूँ उसमें एनर्जी खर्चा हो रही है, मैं कोई काम कर रहा हूँ उसमें एनर्जी खर्चा हो रही है. वो एनर्जी कहाँ से आ रही है? वो रिस्पिरेशन के थ्रू एनर्जी प्राप्त हो रही है. Firstly, we will see glucose, which is a 6 carbon molecule. Its formula is C6H12O6. What will happen? In either case, it may be aerobic or anaerobic respiration. First step is same for all the respiratory phase. Glucose will convert into pyruvate. It is 3 carbon molecule. Pyruvate is 3 carbon molecule. This process takes place in the cytoplasm of the cell. This process takes place in the cytoplasm of the cell, and no requirement of oxygen is here. After that, the fate of this pyruvate will depend that in which type of organism the respiration is going on. For example, if it is taking place in yeast, what will happen? It will form ethanol plus carbon dioxide plus energy. Ethanol C2H12 H5OH. Here, ethyl alcohol is formed. Ethanol means ethyl alcohol. If it will take place in yeast, it is anaerobic respiration. Here, the energy will be of very low amount. Sometimes, during severe exercise or during very tiredness, in our muscle cell, also a type of, sometimes in our muscle cell, when there is great demand of oxygen and we perform severe exercise, then at that time an anaerobic respiration takes place there, in which lactic acid is formed, which is deposited in cells, and due to this muscular cramps takes place. Muscles में बहुत पेन होता है. It is in muscle cell. Here also energy is produced, but in very low amount. Generally, in aerobic form of life, like animals, plants, etc., this pyruvate produce carbon dioxide, water, and much more energy, that is 38 ATP. ATP, it is adenosine triphosphate. When we consume energy, this ATP changes into ADP, that is adenosine diphosphate. ATP चेंज कर गया, ADP में एक फॉस्फेट निकल गया, इस ADP में फिर एक फॉस्फेट जुटेगा और ये चेंज कर जाएगा ATP में. This process takes place continuously in mitochondria of the cell. There are different kinds of organisms which perform their respiration differently. For example, in plants, different organs perform respiration separately. For example, roots separately, stem separately, and leaves also separately. As we know that in leaves there are small pores that is termed as stomata, which open when required gaseous exchange. In case of a stem, permanently opened apertures below bark, that is lenticels, are present. In animals, some animals respire through their skin. For example, earthworm, frogs also. But in some fishes, in fishes there are gills present, which is covered by generally operculum, gill cover. In ourselves, respiration takes place through lungs. Lungs are the main respiratory organ, which we have one pair. I am giving you some question. First question is, what is respiration? Second question, differentiate between breathing and respiration. Third question, where glucose is converted into pyruvate. And last question, list some respiratory organs of different animals. That's all. In next class, we will discuss about the respiratory system of human being. Thank you.